Do you believe men should get married and why?
I think marriage is a good thing. I think marriage is a beautiful thing, and I feel like if you find somebody that you don't want to lose in life, you feel like you're deeply in love with the person, then by all means, then marry that person. I just had this conversation with my homie the other day. I don't feel like I want to get married because of love. I want to marry because it's a situation where like I don't want to lose. Like it's either a business opportunity, a business situation, or like this is like my best friend. Like because people fall in and out of love every day. So once if you got married because of love, and you're gonna fall out. Well, not everybody, but it might be it might happen that you might fall out of love with this person. And now what's keeping you together? What's gonna hold you together after this love is gone? So like to each its own. But me, I feel like I don't know if I'm gonna get married. It's gonna take a special someone to make me actually put that ring on the finger, get on one knee, and actually go through this whole process. And if I do get married, it's no divorcing, right? And I don't know, bro. Like really, for me, like I find myself living outside the country, and where it's actually more, it's it's not looked down upon marrying different multiple women. Like I don't in today's society in America, like we're, we done took over this Western civilization way of thinking. Like okay, when we were before we came to this country, we had our own way of living, own way of thinking, and we didn't live by this. Like who came up with this rule? Like if you were able to have these, multiple families, then it was okay. But it's
Yeah.
like now that we look at this other culture, it's like, okay, now we got this selfishness about us. What women do. Oh, I don't want to share my man. I mean, you're gonna share him regardless. I mean, answer this question for me, bro.
Yeah, listen, man. Monogamy is a failed system, right? Let's make this clear. Monogamy is a failed system because eventually, like you said, that love will run out, right? And if the guy can't provide, she's gonna leave eventually.
Oh
If
man.
hard times come, and as inflation is rising, as times are getting tough, as you have children, if times get harder, and he's not a man who can financially provide, I don't care how much you loved him, you're gonna eventually leave this man. Now, if you date a man who's extremely successful, who has his stuff going, you have to accept that you're going to share him. All right. You can fight it, scream, yell, but you need to accept that he's going to want to experience variety.
Right.
All right. That's why I say monogamy is a failed system. Okay. Okay. You want a high value man. How delusional is this? I want a guy who's making 7 figures, 8 figures, that looks good, that other women want. I want this man to only fuck me for the rest of his life. That doesn't even come, sweetheart. For a man that has options in women, I'm sorry to tell you, but it ain't happening. All right.
Now some guys out there like Russell Wilson. You might, what I'm saying? There's some guys out there like that. Like you might get lucky like Sierra. You really might. There's some guys out there like that, but the likeliness of that happening is slim. It's very slim. So you're gonna have to just accept it, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say all men cheat, but it's a really high percentage of men that will step out. So you're gonna share them regardless. And it's either you're gonna know or you're not gonna know. So it's like, which spoon do you want to get fed?
Yeah. Yeah, it's and then in my opinion, the higher value he is, because that's what women want. They want the stars, the men who could take them all over the world. But guess what, sweetheart? The lifestyle he's providing for you, other women want a part of that. Right? They want a part of that lifestyle too. And I think the best way is, hey, have that discussion, communicate. Okay, I understand my man is high value. He's going to want to fuck other girls, but as long as he comes home to me, as long as he's only providing for me, okay. Right? If as long as it doesn't jeopardize the family, okay.
Right.
But saying, oh, you're not only going to sleep with me for the rest of my life, and the only thing you bring into him is vagina, and he has to provide, protect, and guide you and your children, that's not even realistic.
It don't add up. And it's like, okay, if I'm making 7, 8 figures, imagine how many women imagine athletes, how many women are approaching them at a daily. So it's like you could turn down 10, but you can't turn down 1,000. You can't do it. It's just not possible. Not we're just not wired like that.